Well, 2020, I didn't think we'd be at the stage where I would get to say, the field has been revealed. Welcome to the 2020 season.
3, 2, 1, activate.
We start with quite a unique flipper design in the wonderful Aegis. This thing is covered in a fiberglass shell, something we don't see that often in robot combat anymore, at least. But I'm looking forward to seeing just how well this thing can do in battle, and how well it holds up to the spinners. Our first international team is a team of two continents. India meets Canada in Atom number 94. This vertical disc spinner is looking fearsome. It looks like it's got some potency in some test videos that I have seen. It looks as though this thing has been built to last with its 4-weapon belt redundancy system. Could be quite good. Whether it be difficult draws or the robot just not performing how expected, Axe Backwards has not lived up to expectation over the last 2 seasons. However, they return for a 3rd attempt, and I'm really hopeful that they can bring the full-bodied drum spinner back into the fray. I love Barbarous, and this thing is the new Barbarous. A crowd-funded robot, the wonderfully wide Axolotl. This thing is a vertical spinner with a lot of width, 4 wheels, 2 on each side, sort of very Team Toad-esque in design. I really like this. It's such a cool thing to see. Lots of pink on the robot, which we love. Got to see more pink robots. Awesome. Bale Spear return this season, having had the 2019 season off. They are a 4-wheel drive pneumatic, by the looks of things, spike bot that can be angled at other robots. It looks like a barn. It is fully aesthetic, but can the farmers hoe down the rest of the competition? We shall have to wait and see. Beta return this season with a brand new build. This time Beta is fully pneumatic. They are running off of pneumatics instead of electrics this year. They have a magnetic system to pull them closer to the floor when they're swinging that hammer over. And John Reed's beard has evaporated. Rest in peace, John's beard. It will be missed. I, as well as many others, were very surprised to see Black Dragon competing this year on BattleBots. I was so impressed with them last year, and they return this time with a new and improved looking robot. They've combined the wedge and the wedgelets from last year. They had both options, now both are combined, I think. Not sure. Excited to see them. Best of luck to Team Warrior. Incy Spider climbed up the battle box. Yes, this is Black Widow, a drum spinner in the shape of a spider. An interesting design, not something we've seen before, and I for one am pleased that they've done something different with their design. It looks wild, it really does. I hate spiders, so I want them to die. If there's any one team that has looked at their 2019 version and fully upgraded it to the best of their ability, it is Bloodsport. This time sporting a new shape in square, some wedgelets at the front to get underneath other robots, new weapons, and a new Shremek bar that is tried and tested. Best of luck. Now this is a turn up. Bronco will be returning for the 2020 season of BattleBots, one of 3 teams who said that they would be taking the season off at the start of all of this when filming was at the normal time. To what capacity Bronco will be competing is yet to be seen, but all the best to the team. Best of luck. The Captain Shrederator team learnt last season that spinning does not mean winning, unfortunately, but hopefully their physics baby will get them a few wins this time round. They're bringing several different shells this year. I think 6 I've seen pictured. Lots of weapons, and hopefully that will see them through. Copperhead return this season with basically the same setup as last year. There are some minor changes that Robert Cohen, the builder of this robot, has shown off on his YouTube channel, but the robot looks fantastic. It is all hand painted, which I find absolutely incredible. Could these minor tweaks see them further into the competition? I think so. This bot is Hench. This is Chomp, the only walker in the field this year. We were going to have more than one, but due to COVID and all that, we have one. The weapons on Chomp, a rotating hammer turret, because of course they would. It's massive, and it's a castle fortified on every side. Good lord, I'm excited. A whole new Kronos instead of a reused one from a Chinese show. This time the new Kronos looking very sleek in design. They've still got the gear on top, which I'm very pleased about, because the sort of steampunk, sort of culty aesthetic that's going on with this team, I really quite enjoy. Looking forward to seeing them compete. This is Claw Viper, a team that spawned off of Warhawk from last season. This thing is a grapple lift design designed to suplex the opponents over the top of the robot, turn them over, and hopefully see them stuck that way. I really like the look of this thing. I think it looks smashing, and I'm excited to see it fight. Bro, do you even lift? Hell yeah, they do. This is Deadlift, a new robot for the 2020 season. It is an electric lifter. The team fitness themed, which I think is a really fun aesthetic. It's something we've not seen before. So yeah, looking forward to their workout videos and all sorts, or at least some fighting. Travel restrictions from New Zealand to the US, there are none. The All Blacks are back with Endgame. Very excited to see Endgame return, and this new setup looks absolutely stunning. I love the new chonky front wedge. This thing looks like it could take a blow or two, and I've said it before, I'd love them to fight Tombstone. I think that would be awesome. Extinguisher Return for this season, completely redesigned. All that remains is the paint scheme. Yes, this new version has interchangeable weapons. They have an axe, they have a vertical spinner that looks like a Dalmatian, which is fun. This thing looks incredible and is kind of shaped like the original Witch Doctor, which fills me with a lot of hope for the team. You take a vertical spinner, you take a horizontal spinner, and you put them into one robot that looks like a box of fireworks. This is Fusion. It's built by T.W.I.R.C, and I'm very excited to see it. Described by some as bees in a box for the way it sounds when it's spinning. Oh lord, it's terrifying, and I cannot wait to see it fight. Another 2018 returner is Gemini, who have completely redesigned the robot for this year, looking ever so Batmobile. I'm very excited by the new look Gemini. This thing is a lifter with 4 prongs at the front, sort of like a garden fork, just to hoik the opponents over the top and to get rid of them. Looking forward to seeing this in the box. Gemini, the multi-bot, is back, and they look completely different this year. They've had a complete redesign, and I'm a big fan of it. Well, I'm a big fan of one half of it. If both halves look like the one on the right, I'll be very, very excited, because that is some tanky armour, and I think Gemini could do really good things in that setup. If it's the one on the left, we'll see. 2016 seems so long ago now, but Chuck Pizza is bringing Ghost Raptor back to BattleBots this season. This new look version is a lot sleeker, a lot flatter, a lot lower. It sees a similar setup to the previous versions and has the lifter inbuilt just in case that spinner does go down. I wish them all the best, and it's good to see them back. Team Gigabyte, Guy Fieri want their look back. It's all fire now for Gigabyte, and this is a really fun aesthetic. I think it might be down to their sponsors Max Amps, but I really like it. I really, really do. This thing looks amazing, especially when it's spinning. The new Gigabyte is absolute fire. Look at his little grabby hands. This is Grabot, a new robot for the 2020 season with, as I said, little grabby hands that are going to be trying to just grab a hold of whatever's passing by, latch on, and try and win the fight that way. That is what is happening here. And yeah. A robot that really set the field alight last year was Gruff, the fire-breathing lifter clamper duo. This thing is very, very cool, or very, very hot, depending on which end of it you are on. Tombstone very nearly went 2-2 against this bot. Could do very, very well. They're a slightly bigger deal this year. Huge, twice round of 16 competitor. This thing surprised a lot of people in 2018 when it first debuted. It then went on to beat some legends of the sport in the last couple of seasons, and I'm very excited to see it back once again. Potentially one to go far once again. Best of luck to them. The flipper that out-broncoed Bronco last season, Hydra by T.W.I.R.C, is back, and this season looking like some sort of wild beast. I'm very excited for it. It is a really fun aesthetic once again, and just the flips this thing was producing last season, it split a robot in 3. What a hoot this robot is, aha, my one pun per video. Yes, Hijinks, the owl-themed undercutter, is here in its many different rainbow colours, looking very, very stylish, as are the team, I must say. Very, very cool, looking the part. Do like a team that dresses to impress. Looking forward to seeing hijinks. Hypershock return this season with an all-yellow outing. The team look awesome in their new uniforms once again. Those jackets probably on sale sometime after, who knows, but the robot itself looks awesome. A mix of 2018 and 2019, the perfect combination. Best of luck. Yeah. You know what it is, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. It's Icewave. They're back for the 2020 season with an all-new paint scheme. Could you tell from what I was saying just a minute ago? We've been following the build of it. It has a single piece, I believe, billet to support the motor to spin it. Jackpot is a robot that we became aware of not that long ago, and they built it in about the space of a month. And you've got to hand it to them, this thing looks pretty damn cool. Let's hope that luck is on their side as they enter the battle box. They roll high, and their cards on the table. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Release the Kraken.
Excuse me. Yes, Kraken are back this year with two new setups. First, the one we're used to, with the sharp, long teeth and some little teeth back in the mouth. This is new. However, the new version is a spinner setup that has slightly cambered wedge and shorter teeth. Should do well. A one-tooth solution for Lockjaw this year. Gone are the dual discs of death. This time it's just one single vertical spinner that is going to be dishing out the damage. Looking forward to seeing Lockjaw back in the box, and with a field with no bite force, perhaps they could go far this year. Donald didn't win all those nuts for nothing. A vertical spinner setup that succeeded in reaching the final of King of Bots in China, and a flaming hammer, Mad Catter, are back with a vengeance this year. This thing looks astonishing. There are two versions of it, the hammer version that spits fire, the vertical spinner setup that harks back to Cat King from King of Bots. This could do very well. This is Malice, a new robot for the 2020 season, described to have a horizontal drum spinner. Not sure about that. I prefer the term thick flywheel. This is an awesome looking robot, and I'm very excited to see it fighting. Bunny, the one in the ears of course, has been on several different teams in the past and knows her way around robotics. Blow your bugles, Mammoth return for this season of BattleBots, and this time they've sort of beefed up a bit. They've been on a bit of a diet to hench themselves up, thicker bars, some protection around the motor sections, that big spinning flipper thing. I'm very excited for Mammoth. They did wonders last year. Hoping to be in pole position this year, P1 Evo is back. They didn't do all that well last time, but we're hoping the new version, which looks absolutely stunning, does better. This front hinge flipper, yes, front hinge flipper, don't use the term forward thrust flipper in front of me, I will hurt you, is looking fine. Woo woo, it's time to board the pain train. And if that's not an intro, Farouk, I don't know what is. This is Pain Train, and though the bot is new, the team are not to robotics. They have Shrederator, a beetleweight in America that has won tournaments, so this is not a team to be sniffed at. Very excited to see them compete. The robot built by Paul Ventimiglia. The robot improved mechanically by Ray Billings. The robot driven by Doom Kid from BattleBots. This is Perfect Phoenix, and with such expertise behind it, this thing you'd expect to do quite well. Rampage is a vertical spinner, a new team to robotics. I believe this is their first build, and it doesn't look too bad for a first build, to be honest. It being a meta, it should do reasonably well. I'm really hoping that it gets some awesome draws so that we can see the full potential of this machine. Best of luck to them. You take away foam. BattleBots, you take away foam and leave Ribot to deal with the consequences. Well, they dealt with it. They made a vacuum-sealed version of Ribot, and it is awesome, and I'm very excited that they've managed to get round it and return. Sadly, the legs are dead, yes, but the robot is back. Last season, Rotator experienced a catastrophic failure with their weapon system and went into battle with half a machine, and it kind of worked for them. They beat Tombstone in this setup, and they're really leaning into it this time with a configurable version of the robot. I wish Victor Soto and the team all the best of luck with the new rotator. Rusty earned a cult following and hasn't even appeared on TV yet. This precious boy will be competing in the 2020 season of BattleBots. It's a track machine, it's made of scrap metal, and it appears to have a shop-bought power tool on the front. God, I love this thing, and I hope it does win at least one fight. Best of luck. Lying if I didn't say that Sawblaze is one of the robots I expect to go very, very far this season. It was a beast, a tank in the 2019 season, and it did a lot of damage to a lot of robots. I'm very excited to see them back, and I really want them to go a very long way into the competition. Best of luck to the team. This man right here deserves the most respect and the most love this season. Ed Robinson has been through one hell of a year to get Sharko to BattleBots 2020, and I'm so excited and I'm so pleased that it's going to be there, and I just wish him and the team all the very best. Good lord, the Mechanism monster returns. Shatter is back in the box this season. Once again, the football-themed Bots FC have brought an absolutely beautiful robot to the battle box. Last year they went toe-to-toe with some of the biggest names on the scene, and they did very well against them. Could do very well once again this year. Scorpios are out for blood this season. To go so far into the competition doing so well in all their fights, only to have the season whipped out from under them by a load of whippersnappers in uppercut. They want back in, and I think they can do it. I think they can be top 16 competitors this year. I thought they could last year as well, and I wish them the best of luck. Craig Danby and Slamo are here for the 2020 season, and I'm very excited. This thing has been tried and tested so many times in so many different ways. It's been thrown off of high ledges, it's been thrown off of moving vehicles, just to test its ruggedness and to make sure that it would still work afterwards, and I really hope it's all paid off for them. If you want a robot that does what it says on the tin, Slapbox is the one for you. It's a box that slaps. It has a lifter slash slapping device, I suppose, on the front, and may I please distract you with the tiny little slap box that's next to this one, the mini bot. Oh, it's so cute. In a season with no duck, these guys are going to fill the void absolutely perfectly. Is an undercutter. Two undercutters, in fact, connected by a doorstop. We will have to see if the design works. Oh, you can't be here. You're dead. You're dead. It's Son of Waihachi, and they're back for the 2020 season of BattleBots, and oh my god, I was not expecting this. This came out of nowhere. What a shocker. What a surprise. Oh my god. They were dead, and now they're back. Have you ever wanted to see a giant spork hitting something? Maybe another robot? I don't know, but Sporkinok have, and they've made it happen. This is Sporkinok. It is a spork hammer and a lifter flipper thing, and I love it. It's just so fun and aesthetically pleasing and just amazing. The king of kinetic energy is back in the box this season. Tombstone returns in a big way, with an arsenal of weaponry ready to take on all of the opponents, all of them. Good lord, could anything actually stop Tombstone this year? Bite Force aren't here, so do they have a clean run to the title? We'll have to wait and see. Tracer is a vertical spinner unlike any other. It has a single mounting point running across the top of the front of the robot, going through the weapons and holding all the armour in place. It's a very interesting design. I'll be very interested to see how it works out for them. This thing looks really cool though. Aesthetically, I love it. Uppercut were ready to ship in March, and then America had its lockdown, and the robot has not been touched since. It stayed in its crate, and it was shipped out without being looked at. That's how ready they were, and it looks really good. It looks really crisp, clean, and I love the fist just gonna spin and hit things. Valkyrie have made some upgrades this year. They've got some really well protected front bulkheads. They've got some new spinner configurations. Sweet Caroline has been replaced with Not So Sweet Caroline. I forget what its name is, but it's green and it's mean and it's a fighting machine. Valkyrie will be flying soon. War Easy, as a first attempt at a fighting robot ever, is a very nice looking machine. Compared to Hypershock, it is a red Hypershock, I think, and it has as much potency in that weapon system as Hypershock as well. I saw it smackaroo very hard on a test video. It's very exciting. The Voodoo Princess returns, and they must be wondering, does the second place curse actually exist? Bombshell did exceptionally poorly after it came second. Minotaur had a really rough year last year. Witch Doctor hopefully won't follow suit. They had an absolute storm of a season and showed no signs of slowing down in the Re-Mars event that came after. The weapon is so spinny, the wheels look more grippy, this robot's really nippy, the Vasquez family, ba-ba-da-bum. Yes, it's Whiplash, and I love it, and I always have. Several upgrades to the robot, same awesome driver. Whiplash is another one that I think could do well. And that's all she wrote. Those are the robots that are currently up on the BattleBots.com website under the robot section. If you want to go and check out any information about any of the teams you've seen in this video, do go to that website. Be sure to check out World of Woodrow on Facebook to keep in the loop with all the latest news for robot combat across the world. And do check out the RoboCast Newsweek for a more in-depth look at the week's news with me and Sam64. That is all for this time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I shall see you again very soon for more information on BattleBots 2020. Bye bye.